There are some protests at Canada Day 2024. As you can see, there are quite a few issues, some small and some much larger like immigration, which is a bit of a recurring theme. Let's see what the protesters have to say about this.
It's not because I want to be racist or I'm an anti-immigrant. It's because I want to make sure that if we're about to immigrate them here, that we have place for them to receive them. They don't have to live on the street and they don't have to be a homeless. But we tell them, yes, come in Canada. We have no room. We have 1 million homeless right now in Canada.
We all know that the core Canadian value is the ability to get along with people who are different.
Let's take a look at the difference between the professional and unprofessional when interviewing a political candidate. I want to talk about it.
Put me in an apartment right now.
Now, in fairness to the lady here, I have cut off a lot of what was being said earlier just for brevity's sake. That'll be available in Rumble or over at Rumble in the description below. Let's get back to Maxime's answer.
Find me an apartment. Je suis une femme qui a été aussi violentée.
This guy, the grifter supreme.
However, she would actually handle the heckler quite well, and the heckler would actually be respectful somewhat.
Je sais, et c'est pour ça que nous... Ça, c'est le problème actuellement. People, they get homeless.
C'est pas les politiciens traditionnels à Ottawa qui vont régler ça. Supreme goof. Look at this guy. Yo, he's a fucking thief.
Okay. Can you please shut up?
I'll shut up, of course.
Thank you. I'm talking to
Respect.
this person. Respect. Thank you very much. Okay. So, can I have your address, something, a proof that I can contact you, a phone number? Because I'm going to come to see you again, Maxime.
Maxime,
So to save some more time, let's actually take a look at the meat and potatoes here. Carmea Said. I'm sorry, I try and pronounce that name, but I'm sorry, I can't.
So the issue then is not immigration per se. If people
immigration cannot solve the... You know, they were saying 5 years ago that we have a lack of manpower in our country, and we have 1.2 million newcomers every year, and we still have the same problem. If you're a big corporation and you want to be able to be more productive, the solution is not to have cheap labor. The solution is to reinvest and being in the technology and being more productive. So now these establishment politicians in Ottawa are bringing more people in our country, and Canadians, some of them, and Canadian students, some of them, it's very difficult for them to have a job. So what I'm saying, we must end that mass immigration. That would be fair for everybody. It's not fair for these immigrants that are coming here and they don't have a job and they don't have a roof and they have to live in a tent in Toronto. I don't want that. I want fewer people, and I want to be able to take care of them. And we are not, as a country. Shame on us. Let's have a moratorium on immigration.
I think I can agree that there is a lot of exploitation of people who come in, whether it's from landlords or schools that aren't giving proper degrees or jobs, as you say, under minimum wage. The concern that I have is that the way people are addressing this issue, I've observed a lot of anti-Indian racism, anti-Chinese racism online. How do we separate the race factor from what you're describing, which is, I think, a labor market issue?
Yeah, it's a labor market issue for sure.
Carmea accidentally fed Maxime an answer. You try not to do that. Sometimes it's unavoidable by nature of the question or how the conversation earlier has gone, which is more so this case. But the result, of course, is that he doesn't actually give a direct answer to a fairly simple question, as you can see here.
But it's the fact that with 1.2 million newcomers a year, they cannot be part of our society. They cannot be integrated into our society. And I'm looking at the immigrants themselves. More than 40% of them are saying, we need to end mass immigration. So we cannot save the world. We cannot. So we need to be able to, when we have new people that are coming to our country, we need to be able to take care of them, and we are not right now. So when you come here under international student permits, after you study, when you have your diploma, usually, like it happened, all the time, you must leave the country and go back to your country and bring your new knowledge to your country. So people are using that to try to have their permanent residency. That's not the way it must work. You must apply to be a permanent resident and follow the rule. Not try by foreign students or foreign temporary workers try to have your permanent residency. No, we have a law. We must respect the law. So in Canada right now, that's the challenge that we have as a country, and that's why populism is popular everywhere in Europe. People are fed up with that. They cannot integrate these people, and they want to, like they did in the past. There's mass immigration in UK, there's mass immigration in France, and that must stop for us and also for them.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I have. Thank you for watching, and like and subscribe, I guess. I've got a backlog to go through, and yeah, hopefully I can do this where I opt to do this more.